to Just Another Movie Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about The Conjuring Last Rites.
Directed by Michael Chavez, who directed Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, obviously this one, The Curse of La Llorona, and The Nun 2. So in the politest way possible, he's not made anything good.
No, he hasn't.
And again, I've just spoiled what we thought of this one, if I think it's relevant.
Yeah, no, we were not impressed by this Conjuring film, and I feel like it was my own fault I got let down by it, because I was hoping for something better, thinking this is going to be the last Conjuring film of like the Warrens story, and I didn't like The Devil Made Me Do It. It was very boring, and I thought this tried to do a lot of interesting things with the daughter and her fella and like the family dynamic and all, but it was also fucking boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like The Conjuring started off, James Wan, obviously he'd done that after Insidious, and I like the Insidious films to a point as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 I both think are phenomenal. Like, they pushed the horror genre forward when they came out type films.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just went absolutely apeshit with the Conjuring universe.
And I think that is the general consensus for the most part. There is only 3 passable films in the franchise, in my opinion, at least, which would be the first 2 Conjuring films, and I think it's the middle Annabelle film.
Yes.
But one of those sequels
Annabelle
anyway.
Creation.
Yes. And the rest were either mediocre, or just terrible. Like the 2 of the other ones this guy's directed, like The Curse of La Llorona, was horrid.
It was woeful.
Terrible. And The Nun 2 was just a worse version of a terrible movie anyway. The Nun.
Yeah.
It's just a shit sequel.
The shooter or The Nun came out, that's whenever I lost all fucking hope in the Conjuring universe, because it was so, like, yeah, Valak, the nun from The Conjuring 2, was really fucking cool in that film. I thought she was a great villain and stuff, and the way the nun looks and all was creepy as fucking. Then they made the movie and turned her into a fucking joke, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that film is unintentionally hilarious.
I think as well, one of the weird things they done was, Vera, what's her surname?
Oh, fuck.
It starts with F, like,
Yeah.
or
It's a weird name.
yeah. Anyway. So her sister or something played a role in the Nun, like a really critical role, and there's no relation there. It's like, why are you casting someone who looks like a lot like Vera, and not have her be a relation, because it's just like so uncanny.
Yeah, it should have been. I'm surprised they didn't put like a connection there.
Yeah.
But then if they're trying to go on reality, that wouldn't really work.
Yeah, but it's just like in general, it's a weird choice.
Yeah, and it's one of these films as well as a film as a series, like, where you have to just take the films for what they are, because whenever you start to look into the real lives of the Warrens, they're like con artists basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Warrens in the films are like the most lovable characters ever.
And they are like pretty much the I don't know, like the Avengers of of religion.
The Avengers of religion. Yeah. Just them two. But no, I like Patrick Wilson and your woman Vera, whatever her last name is. I do think they just took these roles on from the first film and played them with such heart. They are extremely likable characters, and it's annoying just to see where the films have went, because if they continued to have the same consistency of enjoyment as the first 2 films, I would have loved to see more and more of these films coming out. But after the 3rd one, I was like, really? And then I heard this was going to be the last one. I was like, cool. Like, might go out with like a big hurrah, be a really cool film, but no, it was shit.
And I know we're going to obviously talk about this later, but it's like one of the things where it tried to rely on nostalgia at one point. It's like, we're just going to throw Annabelle in the movie for like no reason. Like, she should have no relevance at all.
No, she has nothing to do with this story.
And it's like, we'll throw her in just so everyone could recognize her.
Everybody's like, oh fuck, there she is.
It's like, it takes any sort of horror away from that moment. It's like, why?
Yeah, although I think I missed her big moment in the cinema because I went to take a piss. But see, to be honest, my thought process whenever I was going to take a piss while watching this film was, I could probably go take a piss, come back, and nothing will have fucking happened. Because they lingered on trying to build tension so much. By the time anything happened, you're like, hurry the fuck up. Like, the tension was gone.
And for being a 2 hour, 20-minute film, horror film, sorry, the first 1 hour and 40 minutes was all just really character stuff. Like, all of the haunting, like, proper, like, third act stuff hits in the last 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's not even that interesting.
It's not. There's moments where things were happening in the last act, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it was sort of hard to keep track of at times. And then it's a fucking mirror.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's a spinning mirror. It's spinning furniture.
It looked dumb as
yes,
fuck.
when I go into my office in the morning, I'm going to look at a spinning chair and shit myself that I need to get the Avengers of religion here. But it's...
Yeah, that's all the tension. I was like, no, don't look in the mirror. Oh, it's getting so heavy. You're like, fuck off.
It's like one of those things, like just throw a rock, watch it smash.
I don't know. Like, there was some really, like, I did enjoy the family dynamic of the people that were being haunted. Mm-hmm. At the start, getting to know the characters and all. I thought they did a good job at that. But they seem so insignificant to the horror story that we're trying to be told. Instead, you got Ed Warren with his bad heart. You got their fucking daughter who's now seeing visions, and it's like they're really trying to shoehorn the fucking daughter and the husband. I feel like, or they're going to make a Conjuring 5 about them. That's or they're going to do the Conjuring 5 the prequels, because they kept they showed us young Ed and Lorraine. I say young, like, they mustn't have been that much younger than it would have been in the first film.
Yeah, but it was like a CGI monster for Ed, I think. Was that a real actor?
I have no idea.
Because it looked like a weird CGI mess
just
to
like
me.
A plastic man.
No, but
to be honest, this franchise has the budget. They could have done like a de-aging thing, and it probably would have looked better than having these people who are supposed to look like Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah.
I don't like it whenever they have actors who look nothing like the older actors coming in to play younger versions of themselves. I do think they were real actors. They just didn't look like how they should.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say about the story is, like, I felt like I was getting whiplash because it kept on going from this family back to the Warrens, and like everything is just completely unrelated. Like, no offense, I don't care about the daughter's like marriage with this random bloke.
Yeah.
Like, he added like nothing at all to the story as well.
Yeah, he was just there.
He was just there to make a funny quip about Ed making pancakes. That's all he had, and his leg got ripped, which was a cool moment. But that was it.
I know. I think it's because in reality, they went on to be like the curators or owners of Ed and Lorraine's, house, and the room that has all the artifacts in it. So they're like, oh, we need to get this in because this is part of their real life story. But he, like he said, he fucking added nothing to it. And he was getting choked out by the fucking mirror by the end of the movie and shit.
And it's like, what actually kept me entertained during the moments where they were in, like, that room with all the haunted stuff was, like, it's so cool the fact that, like, Matt Rife, the comedian, owns it now. It's like, that's class.
That's so random.
he should actually, for a laugh, like, just get the Annabelle doll out and, like...
on stage.
I take a selfie with it.
I know.
Because I do believe in any of...
I'm a really open-minded skeptic, I would say. Like, I am happy to hear anybody's stories about... ghosts and paranormal, and I'm never going to laugh at them or anything. I believe people believe what they've seen, if you know what I mean. So if someone's really genuinely like, oh my god, I seen this happened, and you can tell like they believe they seen this, I'm not gonna be like, you're a fucking idiot.
It's not even in that way. I mean, because like you've obviously stated that the Warrens were con artists, and all of their cases have been really debunked and stuff. So it's more like the items in the house. Do you think any of them have anything?
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, because like they aren't like these Ghostbusters as such. They're just, I
know. And that was like one of the more interesting moments of this movie where they're like referencing Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They're like, you.
It's like, have you ever listened to the song though?
The Ghostbusters song?
Because
Oh, yeah.
like there's one line at them I laugh every time. It's like busting makes me feel good.
Oh, yeah. Busting makes me feel good. Yeah, me too, brother. Me
Rock
too.
on.
You.
It's like, did you see the scene in the first one where I think it's first one, is it Dan Aykroyd's character's in bed and the ghost like lifts up the bed sheets? It's like
down on him.
yeah.
And he's got like cross-eyed. It's like, oh.
It's like Ghostbusters is unironically the most horniest thing.
Oh,
Like,
it's so horny.
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. But anyway, we're not talking about Ghostbusters
Yeah.
because, you know, it's a really good fucking movie.
But anyway, back to this slop. Because obviously the devil made me do it, went in this weird courtroom drama
Yeah.
genre, I think, from memory. Like, I hadn't watched it since it came out, and I will never watch it again because it is just terrible.
That's what you think of it.
Exactly. But so I was sort of thinking going into this, like, was it going back to the actual genre it should be in?
Yeah.
Like, and explore the themes they should be exploring, which I sort of think they did, but it just wasn't good.
No. Like, it was the haunted house, as you said, was the last 40 minutes. I feel like if they just made the movie quicker as well, like, it did not need to be 2.5 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
If they cut out a chunk of the fucking fat to do with bits and pieces of information we don't care about, got stuck into the haunted house more with all the characters there together, and then maybe spoke about some of these details or family dramas they want to while dealing with the hauntings, it would have been a lot more interesting. But no, they showed up and reluctantly got stuck into what was happening there.
I would also like to think I am open-minded for long run times in film when, you know, it's needed or, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it's enjoyable. But again, this shouldn't have been that long. Like,
No.
you could have cut 40 minutes at least.
Yeah, like, am I wrong in saying it's the longest Conjuring film? Like, I'm pretty sure all the rest of them have been like 90 minutes or just pushing above.
I think the main Conjuring ones were around 110 to
Yeah.
130, so I think they were, like, I'm going to say long in terms of horror, but it, you know, it wasn't like, it didn't feel bad. The pacing was fine, but this was so bloated, and it was like the worst sin you could commit as a film is just being boring. I would rather watch a terrible film that's entertaining me as opposed to a slogfest that's mediocre, and this is what this was, just a mediocre, boring Conjuring film.
Yeah, I completely agree. And fair fucks to it, because of the name it has, it made absolute fucking bank at the box office, which is great for horror in general.
Yeah.
But it's because it's such a recognizable name, and it's like the Conjuring films, I feel like, are such an easy horror film to watch.
Yeah.
For people who wouldn't go out of their way to watch horror films, like the mainstream cinema goer, you know, not like us, because we want to see like the most fucked up horror shit and all, and they really like to test our limits. I think whenever people go see Conjuring films, they're getting a safe scare type thing, you know. It's like, that's what they say horror films are. So they go, oh, fuck, you know.
I think as well, like, if I'm looking back to my childhood, going to a horror film, like, felt like a feat. It's like, it's something to boast about to your friends. So I remember 2017, it was it, and like, I would have been 12, so obviously we're on school. It's like, right, who's going to sneak in it, watch it, as like, show how much balls you have. So I feel like that as well in younger groups who probably bought tickets, snuck into this or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it brings more audience to it, just as like boast about going to a horror film. I think that helps.
Yeah. There was also like the era of the jump scare, was whenever the Conjuring came out, and that's what people really go for these films for, is those big moments.
And I think like they're not earned when they just happen. If there's a bit of tension, they're earned. But
Yeah.
this took that to an extreme. There was too
much
much
tension.
tension building. There was no tension anymore.
Yeah. There was so many times I feel like I was sitting there going, fuck in hell.
Just hurry up.
Yeah. It's like, you've seen the amount of films we've seen, you can see these things coming a mile away. And maybe that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to subvert your expectations of, oh, what's going to happen now? But it doesn't. It continues. But then it continues. And then it fucking continues. and then it's like boo, and you're like, fuck off.
That only works if you do like once or twice and mix it in a couple more like out of the blue. So like you're changing up the order, so it is getting you each time.
This didn't really have any of that.
And I don't feel like I'm a person who jumps in films, so it's like rarely I do, and like none of them were even remotely close. It was just passable for like, right, that happened.
Yeah, because I remember we walked out of the cinema and we were very quiet walking out of the cinema at first, and then I think it's once we got into the car park, we both looked at each other and went, wow, it's fucking shit.
It was just disappointment.
It was so disappointing. Like, it's not a film I would ever feel like I want to watch again. Whereas the first two Conjuring films, I could stick on any day and really enjoy them.
Yep, 100%. Like, because the first one is just this masterclass of horror. Then the second one's just this cool horror story in, like, this English, like, old English setting.
Yeah.
And, again, that's really enjoyable.
And it's a really interesting, like, concept, or not concept, but, like, a case in the second film, because the Enfield haunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the way it's been covered and all, it's something that was always a really interesting ghost story. And I thought the way they done that in the film, and the way they also brought in Valak, the nun character, it all tied together really well. And then there was like, oh, more movies. And then that's where it gets shoehorned, and you're like, fuck off. It's like Annabelle being in every single fucking one of them.
It's like,
there's no need for her to be there.
She was introduced in the first one, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the opening scene of the first Conjuring.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, fair fucks. That's a cool story. That's a cool part of war and history.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one thing.
I love as well, if you look at the actual Conjuring Annabelle doll, it's not fucking scary at all.
Yeah,
it looks
a rag doll.
so goofy.
It does.
See, if that was like enlarged itself and start chasing me, I think I'd just stand and laugh. It's like, fucking, are you going to?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's like, it's funny because like I just don't think it's something that's easily covered because it's just so boring and lethargic.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much you can cover on it because like you can't really even take out key points of the story because none of it really felt like it had much of a point.
No, it didn't. And then there's like, they're killing off characters for the sake of it as well. It seems like that priest guy, he was getting too close to the mirror, it seemed, or the demon that was in the mirror. And so they kill off the fucking priest character, who is like one of the better, more developed characters in the franchise as a whole. Got rid of him in a really dumb way, I thought. And then they're also really pushing this whole thing that this mirror was in one of the first Warren's ever cases, and then she went into labor because of it, like early labor, and this demon that was in this mirror has been attached to their daughter all their life. And then just randomly out of the blue it decides, here, fucking get back here now. And they're connecting this family to the Warrens and the daughter. She has these visions. It's all very muddled.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's some interesting moments, I thought, because there's these two daughters in the family that's being haunted, and they don't like the mirror because it has like these three heads on the top of it. It's like this big fuck off wooden frame. So they're like, we'll dump it, because she gets it as a present for some religious ceremony thing.
Yeah.
That I don't understand because I don't know much about that. But they chuck it to go into the dump, and then whenever it gets crushed, like the eldest daughter, is it? All this fucking glass starts coming out of her mouth and shit.
Yeah.
And then it's never mentioned again after that. Like, how she's able just to go about her daily life speaking and all after that.
Yeah.
They never make reference to it again after. Like, it's a really cool scene. And then nothing else happens
are
after.
So right. I didn't even think of that, like, logistically. Like, her mouth and throat being absolutely, like...
Yeah, because the next time you see her, she's just sitting talking away as if nothing happened.
And, like, psychologically, it hit me even more than the way it hit her. I'd be, like, terrified. But, yeah, it was a cool moment, but, again, rendered pointless from, like, no consequence from it. Because it wasn't until, like, after a few more hauntings, then the family's like, right, time to do something with it.
Yeah, pretty much. So it was a very weak script. And the way they were trying to get all the pieces to fit together didn't work for me at all.
And to sound like any fucking film student who I know watches 12 Angry Men and says it's their favourite film. Again, I'm not dissing it because it is a masterpiece, but I'm just using the stereotypes. It was a film that like was like style over substance.
Yeah, I agree. Like there was so many really cool looking moments, but then they were just like flashes in the pan, gone. So they were, and the whole mirror thing just really bothered me at the end. And then they're like sitting pushing against it all, like, oh, you just have to confront your fear and the demons ahead of you, and then that will win somehow.
That's how I feel when I'm trying to rearrange my room. It's like moving furniture. It's so heavy.
So heavy.
Yeah, but a spinning mirror is the villain of the last Conjuring film.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
It is a disappointment, and I really hope now that this is the end of the Conjuring universe. I don't know if they have any more plans to bring out Annabelles or nuns or fucking whatnot after this.
Well, I think that is the case, and for a franchise, it opened up and really started paving slightly for what was then modern horror at the time. Ended out on a whimpering fart.
That's a brilliant way to poop it.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean that, but it works.
Well done. I like it. So really, with the main points of the film being covered ever so quickly because of how just nothing it is, how would you rate the film?
Oh fuck! Like, out of 10, I think I would give it a 4 because it did have some cool moments, but that's it.
I done the absolute same on Letterboxd. I gave it a 2 out of 5. If you do Maz, that's a 4 out of 10. Just in case anyone here doesn't know Maz like him. But I think this film pissed me off more than if it was terrible but entertaining, because it just is pure nothing, and it's one of the most forgettable things that, like, in a week's time I will not remember a single thing about it other than there's a mirror.
Yeah, like even doing this podcast now, I was trying to rack my brain to remember all these specific moments, but they're gone because they're so forgettable. And then that, like I said earlier on, Annabelle had like her big moment up in the fucking loft or something, because that's where the mirror magically reassembled itself and it ended up in the loft after they threw it in the trash. Yeah, and it got absolutely fucking disintegrated. It was just in the loft again. But yeah, didn't you say like Annabelle turned like 10 feet fucking tall?
Oh yeah, she just done like a Hulk moment where she's like, Annabelle angry. and she's 10 foot, like, sorry, no, like 100 foot tall, like no, like I'm not, like, I'm being serious, like massive.
Oh really?
Like the stand up in this room, she'd have to like crouch over, like she was like, and it was so funny because like it just looked stupid.
Yeah. Because I remember coming back from the fucking toilet and I was like, did I miss anything? You're like, Annabelle got big.
and that's the thing, because I knew you like some, like, I don't know, I don't want to say nostalgia because it's not old enough but for that, but I feel like you do have like a relationship with the character of Annabelle.
Well, yeah, kind of, because I remember being excited for the first Annabelle movie because it was the next thing after The Conjuring. And the only aspect of the first Annabelle movie that I really enjoyed was the whole vaguely tied to the Manson family type thing. That was the most interesting part of that whole film. All the Annabelle shit was crap. But then Annabelle creation. I was going to say comes home.
You dirty pig. I didn't
This is a different kind of doll now. Oh dear.
Just another movie podcast goes NSFW.
Always.
The toy becomes an adult toy, that's for sure.
She'll have a different expression on her face when we're done with her.
Just horrified.
Disappointed. Like we were with this film.
Exactly. Deserves the fucking shit. Yeah. Eat my poo. Everyone who worked on it. No, I'm joking.
No. But then again, like, this director has done he did what, one film before this that we could see? Yeah.
What do you mean, one film before this?
No, before, like, he entered the Conjuring.
Oh, no,
universe.
he didn't even do that. He done a short film that was 6 minutes long. So he had no credibility to start off with. So he was giving the reins for this franchise, which at the time had dwindled, sort of the level of quality it was churning out at the time. So this was the big decision. It's like, let's get someone in to bring the franchise back on tracks, So they gave him a shot. They didn't just give him a shot. They gave him his first shot. It was terrible. Gave him a second shot. Terrible. Gave him his third. It was mediocre at best. Give him another shot here. It's like, it's shit again.
You know what the problem is, though? Money. They're all making money.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'd like to think they could equate, like, no matter what we do, we're making money. So can we not at least try to make them good?
I think we really have said everything we need to say about this film.
Yeah, and again, I can't say enough how much I dislike the filmmaking talent of Michael Chavez.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about him. That's because that's what the point I wanted to make was he's trying to do what James Wan perfected, only in a worse way. Like, you can tell he's just imitating his style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fuck you.
Exactly.
I have absolutely no interest to see what this man does next.
Same. For all intensive purposes, I hope he retires.
I mean, the fucking money that he's making off these films, he probably could.
Exactly. That begs the question, right? Give me a go, Mr. Conjuring.
Mr. Conjuring.
Mr. James Wan, Conjuring guy.
It's probably
give me a chance. I'll rack in 500 million and just disappear from the face of the earth.
Yeah, just a one and done.
Yeah.
We should just make our own movies someday.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. If this era goes far enough and we ever get any money behind us.
Yeah, well, that's what Kickstarter's there for.
That is true. Just have to have a good script and a good idea behind you.
Yeah, and storyboards and stuff. See, this is something. This podcast, for those who don't know, was born in a Wetherspoons in Belfast. One of the finest establishments if you're not from Northern Ireland, Scotland, or England, or maybe I don't know if Wales has spoons. No idea. But it's sort of like a chain for bars or pubs or whatever,
Hotels
drinking
well.
Establishments. Whatever you want to call it. It's a really fine one, which always has like a really stylistic what do you call fucking mat?
Yeah.
or flooring that looks like your granny's walls in the 70s. And to get to the toilets, it's like if you've watched The Lord of the Rings, the whole trilogy, it would be quicker to watch them than get to the bathroom. And your legs hurt by the time you're back because how much walking you've had to do to get to the bathroom. Then you order probably the cheapest pint in the country. But then your friends decide to have the funny idea, let's get trays of shots. And that's when you start regretting all of your life choices, because you realise, like, I was dancing naked on a table, and that wasn't the thing you regret the most. It was because you took the 2 shots of Sambuca that people ordered for you. Then anyways, you get food ordered because you could order stuff in your phone, and it comes over the table, and you have the food. You think it's nice, but if you ever had it sober, it's probably awful. And you wonder, next week why you have food poisoning. I probably was from one of the uncooked chips there. So anyway, you manage to not get kicked out of Wetherspoons, go home, and you realised you've had a great night. But as I said, you have food poisoning and your feet hurt from trying to walk to the bathroom.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole monologue about Witherspoons was so much more interesting than this Conjuring.
and the funny thing is, the story's not over. So anyway, so we've established spoons, right, exists. So
I forgot that's what you were talking about.
So anyway, so me and Darren were at the Grand Opera House in Belfast, which, if you don't know, is an opera house in Belfast.
Stop it now.
Anyway,
I know this is going to be a short episode, but fucking stop it.
So, for obviously the film, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is a musical, so there was a musical in the opera house for it. So we went there, we went to Spoons afterwards to have a few drinks, and yeah, a drunken conversation led to us getting the idea for doing a podcast. So we done it. So I feel like that's what we need to do for the film. Just get drunk and whatever.
Come up with ideas. That sounds like a great idea.
And you're welcome, because I know that whole segment was more entertaining than the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Michael Chavez, fuck you. Well, we will leave you disappointed, just like every single one of your partners.
Woman I knew you were gonna fucking say that. I tried to get in there before you did it.
So if you want to find us in any other platform, it's just another movie podcast. You'll see our logo or our faces. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and obviously YouTube. Just depending where you're watching, yeah. So I know, follow, like, subscribe, message us if you even want to talk. Like, I don't care, just a bit of crack.
Yeah.
What you enjoy, what you think we should do different to improve it. Any films you want us to watch, just anything.
Yeah.
You want to lead us out?
I think you said everything that needs to be said. So with that, goodbye.
For anyone else, I was dabbing, not doing any weird hand signals. Bye.
Bye.